Anyway, well, I'd like to say thank you for coming and visiting. And I just wanted to ask briefly about the New Lost City Ramblers. You still do get together with John and Tracy. Is that correct? And play
about once or twice, maybe as many times as 3 or 4 times a year, we play together as the New Lost City Ramblers. And we have a new CD retrospective out. I think it'll be the last release we have. It's on Rounder. It's 2 CDs of concert, mostly concert appearances, and also the very first time we ever played together on the radio.
Wow. Where was that?
First, in Washington, D.C. The very first tune we ever played together, and it sounds like it.
Oh, dear.
All the way up to some recordings, I think, that were made in the mid-'90s. Oh, no, one that was made in 1999 in Minneapolis.
Well, the very first tune you played together, wouldn't that have been with Tom Paley?
It was with Tom Paley.
Right, and Tracy Schwartz eventually took his place, we know, and I'm just telling you the audience that.
In 62, yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness, was it that long ago?
Mm-hmm. In 1962.
In 1962. That's funny. I haven't seen John Cohen in years. How's he doing, or do you see him?
He's doing okay. He's retired from his job as an instructor, art professor at SUNY Purchase.
Yeah.
And working on collections of his photographs, which will be out later this year, and occasionally on CD notes, most recently for Hobart Smith and Texas Gladden. 2 wonderful releases on Rounder of those 2 wonderful Virginia musician-singers.
Right. Does he play music anymore at all himself?
Occasionally with friends up there.
Well, of course, he would play with you, too, when you guys play.
But then we play together.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't play as much as as Tracy and I do, I guess. But he does play. Mm-hmm.
How's Tracy?
Tracy's doing fine. He and Ginny Hawker, who
are married, right?
They play sometimes as a duet. I don't think he's traveling as a musician now, touring as a musician. He probably records some and plays. I bet he does play.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're married and you want to have a family, want to have a real life, it's not easy to be traveling all the time. And when you're a member of a band, you have to keep traveling.
Because it's the only way a band can make a living, if that's what they want to do, because by the time you split up the money in all those different ways.
I've worked as a soloist for the 41 years that I've been playing music for a living. And the New Lost City Ramblers was never even half of my professional income, I guess you'd say. So I've always worked as a soloist because I love to play both as a soloist and as a member of a group.
Yeah.
And I play sometimes with friends of mine. I have sometimes play a little bit of music with a couple of friends of mine. We call ourselves the Bent Mountain Band. The Bent Mountain Band. Paul Brown and Andy Kahn. So I love to play with the group and as a soloist because a lot of old-time music is just strictly solo music. Well, like the things you played last night. Mm-hmm. Yes. They aptly demonstrated that. It's not without a band. It's just solo music. Even when you played Don't Let Your Deal Go Down with the fiddle and the harmonica, that wouldn't be as effective if someone else was playing the harmonica and you were playing the fiddle or vice versa. Maybe it would, but it's just great the way you do it. It's incredible. Well, you can get them together. I have practice sessions with myself all the time. No, it sounds great. Well, I want to thank you, and I do want to say to our listeners that you're listening to KZSC Santa Cruz. It's very important to tell people. And I've been joined here by Mike Seeger, and thank you for coming. This is a great, great honor for me, and you're an American treasure. Thanks for inviting me to come, Mary. You're welcome. And we're going to close out here. I asked if we could play this. This is your wonderful version of Rollin' and Tumblin' Blues, and we talked about it a while ago. But, you know, when the younger people hear this stuff and they don't realize it's old stuff that a group like Cream or the Rolling Stones or whoever did, and they hear it done this way, it is always astounding for them. It's always something that really gets people's attention. Well, for me, it was fun to take what I'd heard from Willie Newburn, I never can remember, and Muddy Waters and One String Ed Jones and make a banjo song out of it. That was fun for me. There are a lot of banjo songs out there. We just have They're just waiting to be banjo songs. They are. I've thought that for many years. I've done that a couple of times. Anyway, thank you very, very much. Thanks, Barry.